Hi, welcome to this chair yoga session. You don't need any equipment except for your chair, of course. Maybe a yoga mat if you have a hard floor and you want to make sure your chair doesn't move around. We're going to do some seated stretches for our shoulders, our neck, and our hips. And then we'll stand behind the chair for a few other standing stretches. Let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. Take a seat on your chair. Bring your feet under your knees. Feel the connection to the earth with the feet. Hands can be on the thighs. Sit up tall, finding a little bit of length in your spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax the muscles of the face. We'll start with a few deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose. Expand through the belly. Exhale, release all the air with a sigh. Take another big inhale through the nose. And exhale, release. Let's begin with some neck stretches. Let your ear lean towards your right shoulder, your right ear. Letting the head hang to the side, stretching the left side of the neck. Let the head be heavy here. You can start to nod the head forward a little bit. And then lifting the chin back slightly. Just a little nod, yes, back and forth. Then lift the head through center. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Let the head hang heavy to the side. Let the right shoulder move away from the ear. Take a couple deep breaths. So we're keeping the spine and the chest long and lifted. We're just moving with the neck here. We're not leaning with the upper body. Inhale. And as you exhale, you could lower the chin, bringing the head down slightly. And then lift the chin. One more nod, forward and back. And then bring the head to center. We'll take a rotation with the neck, this time turning the head. Keep the chin parallel with the earth as you look out over the right shoulder. Look back and hold for 5 seconds. And release to center. Look out over the left shoulder as far as you comfortably can. Always stay within your pain-free range of motion. Bring some movement to the arms or the shoulders. We're going to circle the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, down. One more forward. Lift the shoulders, roll them to the back, and place them down. Grab a hold of your chair with your left hand, just the seat of the chair, and reach the right arm out to the side. Turn the palm so it faces up. Inhale as you lift the arm, getting long and tall, reach overhead. And then as you exhale, a little upper body stretch, leaning over to the left. Now, listen to your top shoulder. If bringing it up feels like pinching or too much tightness or even pain, lower the arm a little bit. Keep it in a comfortable position for your body. Open the shoulder, maybe reach it back just a little. Inhale. And exhale, pull the elbow in, down by the ribs. Lower the the shoulder. Inhale, lift it up, reaching over again to your comfortable stopping point. Exhale, sitting upright, elbow coming down by the ribs. One more on this side. Inhale, reach. And exhale, release. Grab a hold of the seat with the right hand, reach the left arm out. Turn the palm to face up. Inhale, lift the arm, reach, get tall and long. Exhale, side bending, reaching over to the right side. You should feel this along the ribs here. Maybe you feel this in the back of the shoulder. Reaching over, inhale. Exhale, pull the elbow in, restack the spine so you're upright again. 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bring it in. 1 more. Inhale, lift and reach. Paying attention to your range of motion. Exhale, bring the elbow in by the sides and release the hand back down to the chair. We'll move into hamstring stretches. Come towards the front of your chair or the edge of your seat. We'll straighten the right leg out and flex the right foot so the toes are pointing up. Keep your left foot on the floor, this knee bent about a 90-degree angle. This leg is straight, so we're going to stretch your straight leg, the hamstrings of your straight leg. Start in an upright position, inhale. And as you exhale, hinge forward at the hip joint, keeping your spine nice and long, chest lifted. Pause as soon as you feel some tension in the back of the leg. Stay here for a full round of breath. Visualize lengthening the back of the leg, releasing tightness. Maybe you can come a ½ inch further forward. Coming back up to center, bend the right knee, bring it in. Left leg straightens out, flex the left foot. Starting in an upright position, inhale. Exhale, lean forward at the hips. Noticing which side is tighter than the other and being gentle with any discomfort you might feel, especially if your hamstrings are really tight. You don't have to go as far forward. Take another round of breath. Maybe lean a ½ inch further and release the pose, bending both knees. Nice. We'll move into a twist. We're going to do a seated twist from here. Let's take the arms out to the sides, palms facing the front of the room. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to turn to your left, turning the whole body to your left, arms still reaching long. And finding a comfortable stopping point for your twist, then lower the hand to the opposite knee, right hand to left knee. Back hand can rest on the back of the chair, or you could grab the back of the chair. Now we're not using the hand to pull ourselves and to force this twist. The hand just rests here and you're rotating with the shoulders. So you're keeping this twist in the upper spine, the thoracic spine. Then lastly, turning the head to look back, looking behind you as far as you comfortably can. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, hold the twist. On your next inhale, start to unwind, untwist, come to center. Open the arms out to the sides, inhale. Turning to your right this time, rotating the upper body as far as you comfortably can, doing your best. Then lower the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Back hand can rest on the chair back or grab a hold of the chair back. Lastly, taking your gaze behind you, looking back over the right shoulder. Keeping the spine upright and lifted. We're not forcing the twist here, just moving the shoulders to the right. Inhale and exhale, hold. One more inhale. Then start to untwist. Bring yourself to the front. We'll take a forward fold. You can keep the knees bent. This is also a hip hinge, so we're hinging at the hip joints, right at the hip joint. We come forward, forward, forward. Notice my spine stays long. You can have your hands press into the thighs, coming as far forward as you can. Maybe rest your torso on your thighs. And then you could release your hands to the mat. And lastly, you can release your head looking down towards your feet. This is a stretch for the back, for the hips. And we'll lift our chin. Press your fingertips into the mat to lift your torso. Place the hands back on the thighs and press your torso back up to seated. Now we'll take our right leg out to the side. Lift your right leg, hovering it above the earth, and then open it out to the right and place the foot down. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh here. We'll bring the leg back to center. Right leg lifts and bring it back to center. Left leg lifts and hovers. Open it to the side, place the foot down. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh. Lift and bring it back through to center. Let's take a standing stretch for a moment, and then we'll come back down for a couple more seated yoga poses. So go ahead and place your feet under your knees, lean forward, press into the tops of the thighs. Come on up, maybe you hover here for just a moment and stand all the way up. Shake out the legs. You can stay right here in front of your chair, placing your feet about hip width apart. We're going to take a standing side stretch just to relieve the legs from sitting for a moment. Arms can be by your sides. Notice your weight. Have your weight shifting into your heels so your hips are neither sinking forward or arching in the back. We want a neutral pelvis and a lifted chest. All right, we'll take our right hand out to the side. Standing side stretch, reach it up. Inhale as high as you comfortably can, and then curving over to one side. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, release that arm. Other arm reaches out. Flip the palm, inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Lift it up. And bring the arm back down. This time we'll take the arms out in front. Scooping your hands out in front of you. Inhale as you start to lift the arms overhead, pausing as soon as you feel tension in the shoulders or any pain or discomfort. We do not want to go past our point of comfort. Maybe you stop here. Or you can take the arms a little further up. Maybe they come all the way up by the ears, if that's within your range. And then exhale, bring the arms back down. And march out the knees for a couple seconds here. Just bringing some movement into the body. And then we'll take a seat. We're going to start with a sun salutation, a chair sun salutation. Bring the hands to your heart, palms pressing together. That activates the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Extended mountain pose, seated mountain. Exhale, fold forward, resting the torso on the thighs, fingertips reaching down, head looking down. Finish that exhale. Inhale, lift the head and chest, press the hands into the thighs. Bring the right foot in close to the chair, lift the heel. Inhale, press into the thighs. Exhale, bring both feet out back in front and lift both heels. Press the arms overhead as if pushing a wall. Everything is active and engaged. And exhale, pull the hands back pull the elbows back by the ribs. Inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Forward fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Press the hands into the thighs and pull the left foot in close to the chair, lifting the heel, pressing the ball of the foot into the earth. Press the hands into the knees to activate the core muscles. Inhale. And exhale. Release back to your forward fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest, reach the arms overhead, seated, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to stand up and shake all that out. Go ahead and come up with me. We're going to come around to the back of our chair, or you can turn your chair around. And we're going to do that same type of movement standing, right? So we'll start standing behind the chair. Feet about hip width apart, pressing the feet into the earth to lift the kneecaps and engage the legs. Back of the hands can start resting on the chair. Find a tall spine, lengthened upwards. Bring the hands to the heart center. This is mountain pose. Inhale, extend the arms forward and up. Exhale, press the hands onto the chair back and bend, hinge at the hips with the elbows bending. Stretching the back of the legs. Press into the chair, lift the torso, step the right leg back and bend the left knee. Now we're stretching the right hip with that leg, pressing back heel on the ground. Inhale here in this lunge-like position. Inhale. Now exhale, we're gonna step the left foot to meet the right, stepping both legs back into chair dog. We lower the torso between the arms. This stretches the shoulders, the back of the legs. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Take one little baby step forward. We're moving into a standing plank pose. So bring the hips in line with the shoulders and the ankles. Lift the heels, strong abdominal. Pressing into the back of the chair. Get tall. Make yourself into a nice straight line. Inhale and exhale. Step, take one step back. Lower down between the arms, chair dog. Good. I'm gonna inhale, lift the head and chest again. I'm gonna step the right leg forward, bend the knee. As you bend the knee, you should feel a stretch in the left hip. Hold here for a moment. You might feel that in the left leg, the calf muscle on the ankle. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, step both feet up. You might move them back a little bit and then forward fold. Bend the elbows to a 90-degree angle. Hinge at the hip joint. Here's our forward fold. Lift the head and chest. Release the arms from the chair by the sides. Come back to standing. And we'll do that again using the left leg to move forward and back in those lunges. Hands come to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead to your highest comfortable range of motion. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the chair. Bend the elbows, bend at the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, left leg steps back, right knee bends. Right. Now here's the tricky part. We're gonna take our right leg back. We're meeting those legs together. So push off, step back. Now you have a wide stance and lower the torso between the arms. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Take one step forward and come into that standing plank pose. Press the hands into the chair. Tighten up the belly. Lifting the heels slightly. Inhale. Exhale, step it back to chair dog. Lower the torso between the arms. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Step the left foot forward. Bend the left knee. Right hip is stretching out. Inhale, hold. Exhale, step the feet together. Bending the elbows, forward fold, hinging forward. Triceps are working as you press into the chair. Back of this arm is active. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Reach the arms forward and up and extended mountain. And exhale, press the palms together. Bring them to your heart. And release the arms by the side. Take a couple of standing twists. Great work on that Sun Salutation. It's a warm up for the whole body. It strengthens the abdominals. It stretches the back of the legs. It stretches the shoulders. And it's just a wonderful yoga flow that you can do to warm up and get full body stretching and strengthening. Go ahead and take a seat in your chair. We'll finish up with a hip stretch and a couple minutes of Shavasana. So taking a seat. Now a couple of options for this hip stretch. You can cross your right ankle over your left thigh, leaning on the chair back. This might be enough stretch for your hips. Listen to your knee here. If your knee feels discomfort or just doesn't feel right, this stretch might not be for you. But if all of this feels okay, you could stay here and maybe even press the right hand into the knee, stretching the right hip a little bit. Now, if this pose doesn't work for you, you can just cross the right ankle in front of the left shin, and then let the right knee kind of open out to the side. So feeling that openness through the right hip with the crossed ankles. Take another inhale, and exhale, release. We'll uncross the legs and move on to the left side, left ankle crossing the right thigh. Checking in, always checking in with your knee and your hip joint to see if this works for you or not. Listening to your body through each pose. If this feels okay, you might put a little bit of pressure on the left knee, pressing it down. You might feel a stretch right along the inside or the outside of the left hip as you do that. Or perhaps crossing the leg is not for you. You can take the left ankle in front of the right ankle or the shin, crossing the legs, and then let the left knee drop open. And take a nice inhale. Exhale, soften the hips, soften the legs, soften the shoulders. And uncrossing the legs, we'll come back to mountain pose. You can just rest your hands on your thighs, or maybe placing the right palm in the lap and the left palm on top of it, making this little bowl shape, or a mudra it's called. You can close your eyes here or gaze down towards the floor or your knees. Bringing your focus to your breath for the next minute or two. And I invite you to join me in trying the 4-7-8 breath if you'd like to. So to begin the 4-7-8 breath, breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale through pursed lips for a count of 8. And we can do that 2 more times, or you could simply inhale through your nose, hold momentarily, and then slowly release the breath through pursed lips. Or feel free to join me for these next 2 4-7-8 breaths if you like. Breathing in for 4 through the nose. Hold for 7. Exhale through pursed lips for 8. Last one, inhale 4. Hold. And exhale. Returning to your normal breathing rhythm. So the 4-7-8 breath is a nice way to kind of calm down your mind. It's a great breath to use at night as you're trying to get to sleep. Let's say your mind won't settle down. You could try the 4-7-8 breath and see what you think. Thank you for joining me today for Chair Yoga. I look forward to seeing you again. Feel free to send me a message or an email if you have any questions about this class, or to let me know what other classes you might like to see. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.